students. Welcome to the lecture series on international business. We have been discussing international finance and this is part 5. I am Professor Soma Sen Gupta, Kamala Nehru College, University of Delhi. We will continue with our discussion on mergers and acquisition, and here we will discuss in this lecture advantages and disadvantages of M&A, that is mergers and acquisition. Also we will discuss strategic alliances. So to continue with mergers and acquisition, the advantages of mergers and acquisition are as follows: expansion in foreign markets, diverse into new areas, reduce risk, economies of scale, access to unique resources and skills, reduce competition and increase in market share, enhance financial position and credit worthiness, tax advantage if the target company is suffering losses, less risky than greenfield ventures. So, we will discuss these advantages by categorizing them into various groups. So, the first is strategic and market benefits of mergers and acquisition. Now, as we said that it leads to market expansion. Since the merger and acquisition gives more strength to the unified company, they can enter into new geographic markets or customer segments quickly, having the benefit or advantages or resource capability and knowledge of two entities. Increase market share. By merging and acquisition, they can reduce competition in the market and gain a stronger industry presence in overseas market as well. Then the third one is diversification. So, you can enter into new areas or new product lines and thereby you can spread the risk by entering into new product lines or markets. So, diversification will ensure spreading the risk because you are entering into another area with the knowledge and resources of another entity. So, you are spreading your risk as well. Then competitive advantage is there, like you can combine complementary strengths, technologies and talent for innovation. So, each of the company which are merging together or one company acquiring the other, they can provide different type of benefits or strengths in terms of resources, technology, manpower and innovations. Another category of benefits is operational and financial benefit of mergers and acquisition. So, in operational and financial benefit, one major important benefit is economies of scale. So, lower per unit cost by spreading fixed costs over higher output, improving the profitability. That is the very idea of economies of scale. And this is possible in case of mergers and acquisition because you will be producing more, so the fixed costs will be divided among more number of units, and that is why you can gain economies of scale. And you can, whatever excess capacity is there, you can utilize that too. Cost reduction is another benefit, like you can eliminate redundancies, streamline operations and reduce the overhead expenditure. Thereby you are reducing the total cost of operation. Then another benefit or operational benefit is enhanced bargaining power. So, when two entities are joining hands together, they can negotiate better deals with suppliers due to the increased volume. Then another important benefit is improved capital access. So, when two entities merge together or one acquire the another one, so a larger and more stable company can get better loan terms and attract investment, because the two entities together becomes a larger unit. So, their not only bargaining power improves in the market, but also they can access capital from different sources, because they will be considered as more stable company and a larger company. Then tax optimization is another benefit. Potential tax savings through strategic structuring or leveraging tax losses is possible. So, a company which is earning more have to pay more taxes, but if it is merging or acquiring another entity which is not doing that well, so you can spread that benefit and you can absorb the tax losses as well. So, thereby getting an optimized, you can optimize your tax structure. Then another category of benefits is resource and capability benefit of mergers and acquisition. So, in this, access to talent and technology is available when the two entities are merging together or one acquires another. So, you can acquire specialized skills or advanced technology faster than building it internally. So, you can acquire a company with more human resources which are talented and technologically the company may be sophisticated. So, instead of building these things from the scratch, you can acquire another company or merge with another company having these potentials, and you can gain advantage of these talent and technology as well. Then resource consolidation is possible, like combine the financial, technological and human resources for greater strength. That can be possible through mergers and acquisition. Expanded distribution system will be there, like you can leverage combined networks to reach more customers. So, if you are merging with a company which has an established distribution network in one particular country or a region, you can get benefit of that and you can utilize that distribution network or channel of distribution. Then value creation. So, this comes under synergy benefit of merger and acquisition, like the sum of two parts is more than individually what they can produce. So, sum is more than the parts or joining together. So, that is the synergy that happens in mergers and acquisition. So, 2 plus 2 will be more than 4. That kind of advantage will accrue. So, the combined equity is worth more than the sum of its parts, often through cost savings or revenue growth. Now, there are certain cons also of mergers and acquisitions. So, we will discuss the disadvantages of mergers and acquisition. So, the disadvantages are of course the integration issue, like the companies which are merging together or one is acquiring another, they might not be philosophically or business sense, they might not be in the same platform. So, there can be integration issues, size may also differ. So, it may result into conflicts of interest. Cultural and language differences also may accrue because we are talking about international business. So, yeah, there you may be merging with a company which is entirely different from the culture from which your company belongs to or the language you are speaking. So, that may create differences and problems later on. Also, it becomes unmanageable because of the large size. Then sometimes hostile takeovers also take place, and this leads to less support of management and employees of that company. So, if it is a friendly acquisition or merger, then naturally the merging companies, the management as well as the employees will join hand together for the betterment of the merged entity. But if it is an hostile takeover, then it is very difficult to manage the workforce, whether a managerial level or any other level, so that they can willingly work for the merged entity. Then there is also fear of loss of job among employees of the targeted company. So, that is always there, that in a new company it might be possible the people from the merged companies may lose their jobs. That kind of fear is also there. Also, there is a problem to deal with liabilities and obsolete assets of the targeted company. If feasibility study is not done properly, it may lead to mismatch in size and total failure. Some of the disadvantages, we can categorize them into various groups and discuss. One is financial and strategic disadvantage of merger and acquisition. So, when we talk about financial and strategic disadvantage, the cost factor will come into picture. So, the high cost may be there, the process is expensive, involving legal fees, transaction cost and valuation expenses. So, sometimes merging in itself becomes a very difficult proposition because of the high costs. Then financial risks are also there. There is a risk of overpaying for the target company. It is very difficult to valuation issues may come when you are, one is acquiring another or the two entities are merging together. So, one company may be taking the risk and overpaying for the target company, and the anticipated benefit may not materialize, leading to financial losses. So, after merging with another company or acquiring another company, you might be it might be possible that your company was doing well, but after merging there are financial losses. So, and another is loss of focus. So, management's attention can be diverted from the company's core business to the complexities of the merger. Also, when we are planning a diversification kind of thing, it might not be fruitful, and in fact your strategic advantage in producing a particular commodity, you will lose that strategic advantage when you are merging with another company. It is also possible. So, although we talk it in positive sense, but in the one of the disadvantage is about loss of focus. Then another is reduced flexibility. So, merging can make the new larger entity less agile and slower to respond to market changes. As I said, the temperament of people working in different type of organizations may be different. So, one of the company may be always taking swift decisions, the other one is not like that. So, it will slow down the entire process of taking decisions or operating the organization. Then another kind of challenge is integration and operational challenges of merger and acquisition. So, there, as we have discussed in some of the points of disadvantages, that cultural clashes may happen, especially when we are talking about mergers and acquisition in international business. So, different corporate culture can create conflicts and lead to employee resistance and lower productivity. Also, it leads to conflicts. Management and coordination issues also happen, like aligning different managerial styles, decision making processes and strategic priorities can be difficult. And also, it takes a lot of time to have a unified goal for the two companies which merge together. Because they may be temperamentally or philosophically or in business sense, they may be entirely different in terms of their management, in terms of their goals, in terms of their operations. Then there is loss of productivity which may happen, like there can be a temporary drop in productivity during the integration phase, and which sometimes take a very long period of time to integrate as employees adjust to new processes and systems. Then another category of problems is human resources and employee impact of merger and acquisition. We said that there will be insecurities in the mind of the employees of the organizations which are merging together, because they believe that there are chances of losing their job and all. So, we will discuss these under this category. So, the job losses is the prime limitation, the feeling that we may lose the job in the merged entity. So, to achieve efficiencies, companies often reduce staff, leading to layoffs and retrenchments. So, this kind of problem may happen. Then loss of key talent. Employees, you will find that when the ship is sinking, obviously the rats will swim away, but the problem in such type of mergers and acquisition is the best talent may leave your ship. Best talent may leave faster than any other. So, that kind of problem is there. So, employees may leave due to uncertainty about their job security, or because they dislike the new company culture and changes. In this whole process, the talented ones you will lose, because they are the ones who will get job elsewhere quicker than the other employees. Then low morale may be there, like there is change. You know that everybody loves the status quo. So, my present condition, my present working style, That is the way I like that. But if there is any change, then there will be psychological fears. So that leads to low morale. So changes and uncertainty can cause anxiety and a drop in employee morale. So all these are about the mergers and acquisition. We have discussed it in detail since our last lecture. Now we move on to another very interesting topic, that is strategic alliances. This is also part of the way the companies work or expand in the international business. So strategic alliance is when two or more companies enter into contractual arrangement or partnership and collaborate to share their resources, knowledge and skills to achieve a common objective. This is called a strategic alliance. So a strategic alliance is a kind of a partnership where two or more independent companies collaborate, sharing resources, risks and rewards to achieve common goals. So they are different from mergers and acquisition, where the two entities are merged together into one. But here they maintain their separate identities, but they work as a partner for a strategic goal. So and share the resources and risks. Their common goal may be gain market access or leverage specific strengths they lack internally without merging, or forming a single new entity like joint venture, but this is the last recourse. Sometimes they maintain their identity and they work together in collaboration with each other. These alliances, ranging from marketing deals to technology sharing, help companies to enter new markets or develop new products, reduce costs, increase competitiveness while maintaining autonomy. Such alliances may be for sharing resources also, and all types of resources like financial resources, human resources, technical knowledge, marketing experiences and all. One of the example is ICICI Bank and Vodafone India alliance for M-Pesa mobile payment service. So this is a kind of a collaboration. Both the entities, they maintain their separate identity, but for a strategic cause they joined hand together or collaborated. Likewise, IBM and Apple also does so for certain strategic purposes. Coming to the objectives of strategic alliance, there are several objectives. So it may be to meet the competition, enter new markets, build resources and capabilities, sharing of risks, benefit of economies of scale, establishing global standards and fill gaps in the product line. So we will discuss these objectives one by one in detail. The first one is meet competition. So companies enter into a strategic alliance to enhance its competitive position. This they do by drawing from each other's strength. So each of the company may have something to offer that helps in meeting the competition. New companies generally go for an alliance with an established company, especially a new company which is entering into the market. So it is better to go for an alliance with an established company so that you can launch different products swiftly in the market. Then another is enter new markets. So companies who wish to go beyond the domestic market and explore foreign markets, they go for this type of alliances. Now you know that you have very little expertise or knowledge about the foreign market, so it is better to collaborate with the company which is working in that foreign market or that region and get the benefit of their knowledge and experience. So if the company is having a limited knowledge about those foreign lands, they enter into partnership with existing players in those markets. Another is build resources and capabilities. Companies have to constantly innovate and develop to survive in the market. We are well aware of that research and development and innovation should be continuously done by the companies to survive. but they may not have the requisite resources and capabilities internally, and it will take a huge amount of time to develop them. So, hence they look for strategic partners. For example, PepsiCo company, when they entered the Latin America market, they entered into strategic alliance with the local companies so as to get the build the resources as well as increase or improve their capabilities. Then another objective is sharing of risks. For developing new innovative products, companies need huge amount of money or funds which they have to spend on research and development and bear the risk as well. So, to divide the risk and expenses involved, it is logical that companies enter into strategic alliances. Economies of scale will always be there. Like companies, they strive to bring down the cost of production and distribution. This they do by entering into partnership with other companies in order to increase their scale of operations and reduce the total cost. Another objective is establishing global standards. Now, companies that comes with a new technology sets the standard of the whole industry. Hence, companies enter into alliances to set up global standards. For example, Philips and Sony together launched mini CD product. Fill gaps in the product line may be another objective. Now, companies sometimes they want to project as a full line company, so they diversify, they add new products, but still gaps may be there. So, companies may see gaps in their product lines after much diversification. So, what they do? They fill these gaps by entering into strategic alliances with the appropriate partners rather than developing a product themselves. Okay, so if a product line of say whole of the cosmetics is there and you want to add you find that there is a gap in the in your product line. So, rather than building your capabilities and producing that product line, you can enter into a collaboration with another strategic partner. Now, coming to the types of strategic alliances. There are different type of strategic alliances on different basis. First is on the basis of equity. So, as the name suggests, there may be two types of strategic alliances on the basis of equity alliance and non-equity alliance. When we talk about equity alliance, as the name suggests, that is by acquiring the shares of the other company. Then another is non-equity alliance, where it is contractual relationship to share resources, but you are not buying the equity of another company. On the basis of the purpose, one type may be research and development based strategic alliance, whereby the collaborative arrangements are there with other companies to share cost and resources required. Then there can be production based strategic alliance, where they share the production facilities. Then there can be marketing and distribution strategic alliance, that is to benefit from partners' market knowledge as well as distribution networks. And then there can be multi-purpose strategic alliance, like company desires expansion and hence they collaborate at multiple levels, like a mix of everything, whether production, marketing, distribution, equity, non-equity. So, it is a multiple purpose. Then on the basis of type of integration, two types are there: horizontal strategic alliance and vertical strategic alliance. It is just like what we have discussed in mergers and acquisition as well. So, when we talk about horizontal strategic alliance, here the companies belong to the same line of business. But when we talk about vertical strategic alliance, company enter into alliance with the members involved in their value chain. So, the advantages of strategic alliance is easy access, enhance the competitive advantage, cost saving, economies of scale, focus on the core areas, enables them to access superior technology and widen their business network. Also to develop superior quality innovative product, provide better services to customers which were not feasible earlier. So, disadvantages are risk of loss of money and time, partners may become competitors, sharing of critical information leading to loss of secrecy, loss of autonomy and control, ripple effect of bad reputation of one member, unpredictable change in external business environment, Global strategic alliance face the problem of coordination issue also, and conflicts may result. So, let us summarize what we have studied. So, we first discussed the advantages of mergers and acquisition, which include expansion in foreign markets, diversity, reduced risk, economies of scale, access to resources and skills, competition, a reduction in competition, financial position improvement, gain tax advantage, etc. Disadvantages are conflicts, cultural and languages differences, unmanageable, hostile takeovers, loss of job, and obsolete assets and liabilities may be there. Then we discuss strategic alliance, which is a partnership where two or more independent companies collaborate with each other for a certain purpose or common goal. The types may be on the basis of equity, it may be equity alliance, non-equity alliance. On the basis of purpose, it may be strategic alliance, production alliance, marketing distribution alliance, and multiple purpose alliance. On the basis of integration, it may be horizontal or vertical alliance. Advantages are again economies of scale, access to foreign market, competitive advantage, superior technology, and cost saving. Disadvantages are partner may become competitor, loss of secrecy, and there will be risk of loss of money and time. So, for your references, different books have quoted. One is by C.B. Gupta, then another is Sumati Verma. Also, EPG Pathshala in the form of EP Pathshala website is there, where you will find the different notes. Also, Chaturvedi and others book is there, and there is a foreign author book also, Hill and Hult. You can go through it for the specific topics. Thank you, students. Have a nice day.